And the case against the former president's handling of White House documents appears to be growing by the day. Tonight, reporting from the Washington Post and the New York Times seems to provide the Justice Department more potential evidence. Both papers reporting that back in February, one of Trump's lawyers refused his client's request to tell the National Archives that everything had been returned. The Post reports this. The lawyer declined because he was not sure the statement was true, according to people familiar with the matter. The paper reports that lawyer was Alex Cannon, who was responsible for the transfer of 15 boxes of presidential records from Mar-a-Lago to the National Archives back in January. He is the very same Alex Cannon who testified to the January 6th committee that he told White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows that there was no evidence of voter fraud in the 2020 election. The papers say both Trump and Cannon have yet to respond to specific questions about this document reporting. Also today, the National Archives released previously unseen emails sent to Trump's lawyers back in May of 2021. The emails indicate a letter from former President Obama was missing. So were those so-called love letters between Trump and North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. In September of 2021, Trump came close to telling New York Times reporter Maggie Haberman that he did take some documents before he decided to walk it back.
Did you leave the White House with anything in particular? Are there any memento documents you took with you? Anything of note?
Nothing of great urgency. No.
Okay.
I have great things there. You know, the letters, the Kim Jong-un letters, I had many of them.
You were able to take those with you?
Look at what's happening.
Wow.
No, I think that has I think that's in the archives, but most of it is in the archives.
Okay.
As the Justice Department looks into all of this, it is asking a court of appeals to speed up the legal wrangling over access to documents being reviewed by the special master, John Deere. But today, Trump's lawyers asked a federal court to delay a hearing on the appeal until January at the earliest. On another front, the criminal prosecution of the January 6th riot is moving forward. Opening statements began today in the trial of Oath Keepers founder Stewart Rhodes and 4 other members of the militia group. They are all charged with seditious conspiracy and have pleaded not guilty. Prosecutors told a jury the group planned for an armed rebellion to prevent a peaceful transfer of power. The government also played audio of Stewart Rhodes himself, heard saying his only regret is that members did not bring rifles on January 6th. The Jan 6th House Committee is also investigating the role of right-wing militia groups during the riot itself. Today, Vice Chair Liz Cheney said the panel is also focusing on what to tell the Justice Department once their work is done.
Our duty is, if in the course of our investigation it becomes clear that there was criminal activity, then we make criminal referrals. That process is one that we're discussing now.
NBC News has learned the next and possibly final January 6th committee hearing is likely to be held next Thursday, October 13th.